I have had the Tefal fryer for a little while and I've been playing around with some ideas, and of course the natural thing to do in an air fryer is a crispy pork belly, and a crispy pork belly to do traditionally is quite difficult. So to do it in an air fryer was a pleasure. It's really quick, really simple, and I'm going to quickly show you how to do it and how to get it ready. So the first thing you have to do is make sure it's super dry. Get a really good knife, and I'm using actually a Stanley knife, you know, commercial kind of serious product here. And you just need to score the skin without going all the way through, score the rinds. So score it one way as many times as you like. You don't want to go right through to the meat, because that will dry the meat out when you cook it, and then bring it back the other way. You should never cut towards yourself like I'm doing. My husband will have a fit. It should go this way. And you can do it as many times as you like. If you do it quite thin, it's actually quite dramatic looking when we open it up after it's been in the air fryer. Okay, so once you've done that, put a rack onto a tray or into the sink. Okay, so boiling water straight on top of this, because it will help render out the fat, which makes it a lot nicer to eat and crunchier. Preferably a kettle, guys, but we're doing what we can here in the store. Okay, and you can see what happens with the skin. It starts to open up and some of that fat will render out, and that's what you really want. At this point, take the rack away. So just dry it really well. See, I've cut it too far there. It's gone too far. That knife is so awesome that I've cut straight through, but it'll be all right. Back to salting and baking powder, not baking soda.
So just to repeat again, what does the boiling water do for and the salt and the baking powder?
So it just helps render out the fat a little bit, which helps you have a crispier skin when you've cooked it. The baking soda helps dry out the skin. You can do this with chicken as well, but if you do the wrong thing, it's inedible. So just don't get crazy on me. The salt, of course, is what we like to eat. It makes it really yummy. And I'm just going to put a bit more on. And then just rub that in so that it's going to dry out the skin for you. Actually, I'm going to preheat the Tefal air fryer. You need to preheat it for about 5 minutes. So we're going to go on 200. So we just check the temperature button here. And then over here is the timer button, so I'm going to just add 5 minutes to that and start it. And then while that's preheating, we'll keep getting our pork ready. Now that you've done this, you're going to wet it again, but you're going to use vinegar. And the vinegar helps dry out stuff as well, believe it or not. So we're going to do this whole process again, but this time we're going to use vinegar instead of boiling water. And this is apple cider vinegar. You can use a flavoured vinegar. I wouldn't use balsamic. You need a white vinegar so that it looks, you know, kind of nice when you finish. You don't want it colouring the pork rind. Oh, wash my hands. And then also some oil. So just some extra virgin olive oil. Believe it or not, you need a little bit of oil just to help crisp up and brown the colour of the pork rind. And just rub that in too. And then just let that sit there. Normally you would have, you know, done this over sort of a period. Let that soak in. Do it again, do it again. So maybe up to 3 times on the process. Now we're going to add more salt, and then we're ready to cook as soon as the Tefal's ready to cook.
Tenina, can you put too much salt on it? Is it a personal taste thing?
You can. Don't go crazy. But there's nothing worse than sort of not quite salty enough, because if you then salt it when you're trying to eat it, it doesn't really stick. So that's why I use salt flakes actually, because you can kind of see it and you know what you know how much is on there. So, and we are going to serve it with a dipping sauce. Now look, normally pork sticky pork, a pork belly, a crispy pork belly is going to take a couple of hours in the oven, and you've got to muck around with it. You have to put it in on a low heat, and then you have to increase the heat at the end, and you've pretty well got to sit there and watch it because you don't want it to burn after all that work. And you've got to have liquid around it so it doesn't dry out and so on without touching the fat. You know, it's a bit of a fiddle. I have a great recipe for the traditional way, and it takes like 3 hours. But you know, it's a labour of love. So for this one to do in 25 minutes is kind of awesome, and it's that simple. So we're ready to go in. I'm just, I think this is ready. I think this is heated enough. So what we have here is the basket, and I'm just going to put the pork into that basket. And you can kind of squash it in because it will shrink a bit as we cook. So, biggest piece possible that we can get in there. And now that's going to go in for 25 minutes and going to smell amazing. And we're just going to add thyme right here. And we're off and running. Okay, so in the meantime, we're going to make a quick dipping sauce, and we're going to serve this. You could serve this with Asian greens or any kind of green, but we're going to make sort of a spicy chili ginger dipping sauce. This is just so simple, and you can use this sauce for anything you feel like. So what we're going to do, straight into the saucepan. I've got some ginger, and I'm going to use a microplane and just grate that in, or you can use a ginger grater. And then a very, very large clove of garlic going in, but we'll just do that too. Just a chilli, and we won't use it all, we'll just use some of this chilli in the sauce. And then the sauce also has some coconut sugar, which you can get quite easily these days. And you can either get the palm sugar, which is in a lump, and grate that in, or I've just got the dried stuff. And then also some tamari or some soy. So up to you, what you decide. Tamari generally is tamari generally is gluten-free, but not always. So if you're looking for something gluten-free, just choose a gluten-free soy. And this recipe is gluten-free. And then I'll just move that out of the way. Can you guys see this okay? Yeah? We're not putting any fat in the sauce because there's lots of fat on the pork, and we have put a bit of oil on there, so there's no fat required. The coconut sugar going in, so about a tablespoon or something. And then the tamari, carefully measured. If you like sauce, make a double batch, is my suggestion. There we go. And then we're going to cook this down just because we want it to be a little bit sticky. So just on a medium heat, and just until it sort of comes together. You could add a bit of acid to this as well. You could add in some lime juice or something similar to that. And believe it or not, you need a little bit of salt, because although the tamari is salty, it just helps lift that flavour. And we'll let that cook. And then the other thing we're going to do is serve this with a lot of herbs. So we're going to use a lot of coriander. If you don't like coriander, just use something else. And some spring onions all just sliced up. And then we suggest serving it with sort of Asian greens, steamed Asian greens, or something like that. You could use, you could make like a salsa, like a pineapple salsa would be really nice, you know, with chilies and coriander and all those flavours as well, and some grilled pineapple would be amazing. All sorts of things, whatever goes with pork, right? You could use an apple puree, actually. You could serve it on a bed of apple puree with some herbs on top as well, without the sauce. That's smelling really amazing. Let's just see if the shoppers notice. And they'll all be over here hoping for a taste. You guys aren't going to get in today. The shoppers will all be after it.
So, with your cooking and things, do you have a favourite cuisine, or do you, the whole recipe testing that you do and things, does it mean you cover every cuisine?
I pretty much do, yeah. So I love Asian food. I love spicy food. And I kind of do my own thing with it. Like I do have some knowledge in, you know, Thai food especially perhaps, and maybe some Hokkien, like Chinese, authentic Chinese food. But basically I kind of take those flavours and I make them my own. I also love Mexican cuisine, so I do quite a lot of Mexican flavours. And you could look out for the Mexican tortilla soup on this channel as well. That's going to be interesting. Okay, so that's really nice and fragrant now and kind of cooking so it's sticky. So we'll turn that off. So it's all separated out, the scores, and it's starting to brown. Whoa, that smells good. How good does that smell? Okay, so we're nearly done on the pork. We've been waiting patiently. So here's the whole store. And the sauce is ready to go. We've got chilies to decorate and or garnish, and then we're going to just put it on a platter and let you hear the crunch when I cut through it. Crispy pork belly from the air fryer. 25 minutes. Here we go, and you just push the drawer open. I'll show you that. Pretty well perfect. Okay. I'm going to show you underneath as well. So underneath is also really, really beautiful and caramelized. And there we go, done. You could go in a little bit longer if you wanted to, but it will make the pork dry and kind of tough. So it's better to just stick to about 25 to 30 minutes, depending on how big a piece you end up getting. And then you just dress it with all the herbs. Thanks, Joe. Red chilies, just for, you know, make it look like you can Instagram it. And then you've got your sauce there on the plate. And you can cut that into slices, or you can dice it into cubes. It's a really stunning starter. Or you can make it a roast like we talked about and have some potatoes and some other greens, some Asian greens, some rice maybe, whatever you like. So let's listen to the crackle. Do this end, I think. I don't know how good my microphone is, but listen to that. Can you hear that? Crackle. So it's just perfectly cooked. You should let it rest, to be honest, but we're kind of on a timeline here. And that's it. We are good to go. Perfect. Oh, yum. Okay. So, Tefal air fryer, 25 minutes.